Hello and welcome. Right, got some league matches to play. I think our team is set up. We're just quickly checking that that's the case. So Ishikawa out for one match. Let's Senior League. I guess we can have a quick look at our. Let's look where this team is at. So senior overall. Uh, 5-5-3, so decent, and only played 13, so they're active as well. We're up to 2.6, so we're alright. The other thing we can do is we can check our Winter League. So yeah, we're doing alright here as well. That's close. I think we get Ishikawa back after this one, so in the AMC role, so that's going to be good to just see if how much that extra little bit of finishing helps. That might come back to haunt us. There's decent chances. So far, things looking pretty good, I would say. Another good chance. Another decent chance. So yeah, we're doing alright. So they haven't really created anything yet. We've had I feel like our chances are decent enough that, well, okay, that we should score at some point. So there we go, we score. And yeah. And with that in mind, I just feel like we're very defensively solid. We're creating a good amount of chances and a good quality of chances. So again, same thing we say a lot, that I feel like at this point we probably are going to score another goal, and they probably aren't going to score more than one goal. They're probably not going to score any. They might score one. There you go. They've scored it. But yeah, I still feel at this point it's better to just leave it. That was a bit of a just a perfect through ball there, really, by them. I feel like the correct thing to do is still to leave it at this point, because I do feel like we should score at least one more goal. But that we may change that attitude if they create some dangerous chances. I'm happy to give that up. Happy-ish. It's not. It's the type of chance that could be scored. Another decent chance. To be honest, yeah, from the moment where we scored, that was about all we've created since, I think. We get the corner. And there we go, the score. So, and I still feel like we'll monitor it a bit, because maybe we will change something. But I mean, my gut feel here on the whole is that we still probably, it's not too different from when we scored the first goal, to be honest. It's still the case that I'm pretty sure there's a decent chance we're going to score at least another goal, and I really don't think they're going to score more than one more goal. So I think their chance was an excellent chance, but when they did score, but I don't necessarily think that was like plugging away or always down the same flank or something and resulted in a goal eventually. I think it was just a really perfect through ball, really, from their team. So another decent chance. It's an interesting state of affairs here with this match. I think we will sub Le Parmentier for a Krieg, I think, but we have got Ben Yusuf injured now as well, so we've got two central midfielders out, so maybe we will use one of our injury recoveries after this match. So another decent chance. Just thinking about these subs, I think Rivera for Garrido. probably the last sub we will do for Lorena for another striker. Just thinking about which one. We'll see how long is left. So it's an interesting one because I think, let's just have a look at these. It can either be Bevan or Saria. I think this is the better one to bring on in this situation. So the reason why it's better to bring on this striker instead of the other one who's a better goal scorer is because I think the path to winning this game from this point is probably to just not concede, rather than looking to try to score again. So the other Saria is just better off at providing an outlet, running down the channels. You know, he's just better at creating attacking play, even though like just then, you know, he got on the end of it or whatever and missed. So, but he allows for the outlets, and he just got fouled then as well. So I think he just allows us to attack a bit more, basically. Even though he may not, even though we may not score from those attacks. But if we're attacking, if the ball's up there, we're not conceding. That's kind of the thinking or the philosophy there. And then that's game. So a pretty textbook win, I would say. Pretty textbook. Didn't really, just really controlled the match. Had a lot of chances. I don't know, kind of just. It's just another one of those matches where it's just really being able to correctly identify when to not change something, which it's just a lot to do with just trying to. In particular, this game was, I think it was pretty easy because we were always actually not only we were always creating good chances pretty much throughout the whole match, whereas other matches can be a bit harder to convey it conceptually. But we try. So quite often when we're not changing it, we always try to provide an explanation. This game, I feel like it was much more straightforward though. Like we were always just creating a lot, and we were never really giving that much up. Right, so we got Sapina's now down out to 3. Ben Yusuf is out for 6. So what can we do here? So we could add MC to Harburg, but I don't know. He's not a player we're planning to keep long term, so it's weird to use up a position on him. We could add a position to Dokken. So then he could be box-to-box midfielder starting. Another option is we could add... I don't think he's that great box-to-box, so we probably won't do that. Let's put Ishikawa in. And... the other option is we can bring up a player from the youth squad. Signorini, probably. Yeah. We could change tactic. It's another option. We could add central midfielder to Saria, so we could add central midfielder to somebody. And it's probably Saria if it's one of the strikers, because he's got the 64 passing, even though his tackling's not great. Could be, yeah. We could add it to Dokken. Or Sky. Now it is 6 matches and 3 matches. Right, so if it's Dokken, what is it, 67 passing, 51 vision. Yeah, it probably is Dokken. I guess the other one is Ishikawa. No, we wouldn't do that. So we could add MC to Dokken, and then at that point we would want to be keeping him, but not sure. Yeah, it's an interesting one. Gosh, we just need to play the match, but I'm not sure. And the benefit of adding it to Saria is that he will still play a lot. He'll play a lot. But he's only got 27 tackling, which is a problem. And Lorena, he's got 44. I don't really want to pull him back. The other option is this guy. Yeah. Don't know. It's a bit weird to have these 2 awesome strikers though. guess we already kind of invested a lot in this guy, so adding MC to this guy as well, I suppose that kind of makes sense in one regard. Okay, done now. Right, and he can be up there, and then yeah, so to be clear, the reason why we added to him is just because he's 22 and we've just bought him and we've just added striker, so you know, we know he's going to be around long term because we've already invested quite a bit in him, whereas other players like Surya, if we get a bid, we may just sell him, for example. So we kind of wanted to add the position to somebody who we wouldn't be looking to sell in the near-term future, or maybe even mid-term future. So he's not brilliant at MC, but you know, the fact that because of his passing, but other than that, he's pretty well-rounded and decent for it. So I think it's okay. Uh, 229, so this team's really bad anyway. We could have actually found the team. Whatever, we still had to play 3. So, yeah. One thing we can do, though, we get that in the time, we can give our other keeper a game, because I think we should win this one comfortably. And I'm not sure if this guy's played it all yet, but yeah, we definitely want to get him some appearances because we want him to get some kind of training option still. Don't know if we're officially just giving up on him or not, but because we were thinking we would play him all season, but because of that shaky start, we just got worried, pretty much. But we've been in some dominant form since then. He could have probably played in all of these matches we played, and we would have won them all anyway. Another great start. I feel like it's just going to be another match, unfortunately, where the correct thing is to change nothing in all likelihood and just sort of focus on the injuries management, but maybe not. They've done a nice through ball there, so if that's something that happens again, maybe we need to think about not allowing that. We're trying to curtail that a bit. Good cutback. Oh, nice. No, that was very good. So I think Dokken might have been a bit better suited to MC, but the problem is that we know that, I don't know, he's a player that we would be looking to sell if we, at some point, I think. So don't know. It's done now, but thinking was, and plus, like, Ishikawa probably needs to be subbed off. So, oh gosh. Yeah, that extra bit of finishing, I just feel so much better. Like, with, yeah, that pickup. It's not even that much, is it? It's just that little bit of extra accuracy. I mean, it's not a big sample size. It's just a feeling. He might go on to have a big barren streak in miss 100 shots in a row or something. But it just doesn't feel like he will. And by 100, I'm not even, I mean, maybe I'm exaggerating a bit, but like 50 or something, which I'm sure Dokken had streaks where he must have missed best part of or more than 50 shots in a row. I'm sure it's happened at some point with him, because he just had so many. I'm sure he had matches, singular matches, where he sort of was like, had 13 shots and didn't score. Okay, sorry about that. I just had to speak to the missus for a bit. I accidentally paused the video. I realised when I muted it as well. So missed part of the match. Ishikawa had another great chance going through, so he scored 4, super efficient, but then he's got injured again. So Dokken back in, and yeah, and that's that. We'll resume the game. It's basically over. I feel like it was 5-0. Just thinking the other subs, we probably want that La Parmentier to come off, and I guess we'll decide the other one after, but for now we'll just get him off because we just don't want another MC injured, and he's down to 80% anyway. So probably the last sub will just do either Lorena or Rivera, depending on who sort of gets down towards 80 first. That's another great chance. Okay. I think the question is, yeah, let's do Rivera. Kind of feel like we're okay if Lorena gets injured as well, because we've got that better youth striker as well. So if we need to end up him on the bench because Lorena get injured, and then we'd start Saria and Bevan is filling in a central midfield, then we can still make it all work basically. going to score? Nope. Can get away with it. One more chance for us. Dokken does score. So yeah, a big I don't even. When some pretty amazing form, it definitely makes everything a bit easier. A lot of these matches have been getting like a really early goal as well, which just makes it super easy to go on to win. No, awesome. All right, we'll go again. I for some reason thought that was the third one. I think just because we had that big gap about who was going to play MC. So he's injured again, but again it's only 2 matches, so I guess that's good. It was 2 again last time, so I guess the player on the bench now is this guy. So yeah, we're able to deal with this injury situation pretty well, I would say. Especially when 3 of these players are just out for the 2 matches, so we'll just keep going. I think we've got 2 of the treatments left, so yeah, we still got another 2 league periods after this one, so I definitely feel like there will be probably at least 2 more situations in the last 2 weeks that are similar to this one, so we'll hold them back for now. See if we get a worse situation pop up. So, street football. Let's have a look where they're at. Uh, 5-4-5. So another one of these sort of more average teams. I guess we'll leave the same keeper in. Kind of confident at the moment, so we'll see. I mean, I think the reality is we're probably not going to use a contract extension on this guy either, so but whatever, we'll see. Both of our starting central midfielders are out, but that doesn't seem to have hurt us too much. Try and remember to put Canias back into goal because, yeah, I'm not sure that we, yeah, it would be a pretty bad way to drop points. Just having your backup keeper starting when and shouldn't probably be. I don't really know if you should be even starting this match, like when it's a run-of-the-mill team. Probably should just be starting him for against poor teams, and that's it. Might be overconfident here. Yeah, so I'm definitely thinking it was probably a mistake starting this keeper already. I mean, hopefully we'll win anyway, but it does look like it's a little bit harder the match. I feel like we're definitely on top of it. I'm not sure we do want to necessarily change anything. I'm not overly happy with the quality of the chances we're creating, but defensively we're pretty solid. But so yeah, I think it's kind of... we may change something though in this match. Try to improve the chance quality a bit. It's a hard one because it's pretty solid on the whole. It's just that chance quality, and that doesn't really matter that much because you just score a goal kind of thing. So yeah. So now I think we might probably just leave it for now. Because that's the thing, like even if the chances you're creating aren't that great, just if you create enough of them, you can just score a chance that you wouldn't, another chance. So yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Because it felt like very like, oh, are we going to score? Are we going to score? It's how long will this drag on for? And then all of a sudden it's sort of 2-0. Plus we're very solid defensively. Kind of feel like this game is probably over. If we just leave it, so we'll just leave it, I suppose. The other thing is Lorena is matched up naturally against this guy a bit, the RC, so hopefully we could look to exploit that a bit more maybe if we wanted. We might just pause it to do that so we can sort of illustrate the concept. I'm not sure if there's a lot more we can do than what we're doing. That may just be enough, to be honest, just offsetting him. We'll just leave that. I think that's something though, if the striker was in the middle, you could just change it to offset. Last time we made the winger attacking, but I'm not sure that that's really a good idea for us at this point, because it's probably better just to focus, because we have a 2-goal lead, so it's probably better just to focus on holding it, as opposed to, like, if it was 0-0 still, then it might make more sense to go more aggressive to try to maybe get one of their players sent off. So, but because we're winning 2-0, and we're sort of firmly in control of the match, it doesn't make sense to sort of do anything too risky. So it's just anyway, he's sent off anyway. So I'd say yeah, so there's a difference in the priorities there. So versus if it was 0-0 now, and if we're winning 2-0, in regards to how big a deal it is if they have a player sent off. It's way bigger deal if they have a player sent off when it's 0-0 than when you're winning 2-0. In regards to sort of doing anything to taking a risk to try to facilitate, let's say, that red card at the expense of potentially conceding a goal is something that makes a lot more sense to do when it's 0-0. We just want to make use of the good fortune, really, that we've had to score these couple goals and just convert it into a victory. And I think conceptually, it's very it's all about resource management, really, this side of things, and luck management as well, which there's a whole thing about this. We can try and maybe at some point and create a video just about it to try to concisely explain it, maybe write an article or something, because there's definitely a concept of, like, within the matches themselves of resource management for sure. And also you can, as in but also things like, for example, the scoreline here, the time, these are even to some degree how lucky you've been or how unlucky you've been, so to speak. You can conceptually think of all of these things as resources as well. You can think of a lot of different things in a match as resources, and it's a lot of the decisions are around just always making a decision with manipulating those resources, those states in mind. So right now, one of the main things is to try to avoid part of the score going up as a sort of resource type thing. Let's just make the sub. So for now, we're also planning into future matches. I think, especially when Leparmentier is only a 20-year-old anyway, I don't think it's a big downgrade when he's below 80% condition to do this sub. Let's just do another sub, because we got Lorena and Dokken. So we'll do a sub here. I'm not sure. I guess it's Dokken is coming out. So this isn't necessarily ideal, but they have got a centre half sent off, I think. So in particular, I think we're just okay with doing this type of thing, especially now that it's we're up 3 anyway. So I think it could be like just trying to push the scoreline up a bit now. And we've got a left mid, a right mid, a DMC, and a central defender. Guess we'll probably just do the right mid because he's tired. There's a decent chance. We could also do the central defender because that's going to be one of the positions that always hurts us the most if they get injured. We're more able to deal with an injury to the left or right midfielder. I'm not sure we need to run the score up anymore, to be honest, to care too much about having a tired right midfielder on. Yeah, not sure we care. I think I'd rather just make sure that just reduce the chances of a DC getting injured, probably. yeah, firmly in control of yet another match. It really is. We really are in some good form though. A lot of really good results and just firmly controlling matches lately. Just really just feel like they've almost just been. A lot of these matches have been basically been won after 2 minutes, just about as well. Well, sort of not 2, but you know, within the first 10 minutes we've just scored a goal and it's just sort of been cruising. I think Saria, that's what I was saying. I think when we get a bid for him again, we'll probably just sell him because I think just you can see from that shot that he missed before. It's just his finishing is just nowhere near where it needs to be at, and just he's just got no real future. I don't think for us. In a higher division, I mean, he can't really be that wasteful. I don't think as a striker. And can sort of compete at a high level, so that's okay though. Definitely we got a lot of value out of him. Hopefully we will get a bid at some point though, so we can get a decent price, good price for him. Yeah, so that one's done. Let's just swap the keepers back. Parius. And yeah, 3 players out for 1 match. So yeah, that's that. We got a couple youth matches. We'll get those played today as well. So yeah, cheers. Thanks for watching. And I guess sorry that the 3 victories were so convincing because it wasn't a lot interesting going on really. But yeah, maybe it'll be a bit more interesting for the youth ones. We'll see. Cheers.